Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Today is going to be a little bit of a different video. Today we're going to be going through the big rack behind me, and more specifically 4 Lego sets that I've purchased that I believe are going to be good investments, and more specifically 4 Lego sets that have gone under the radar a little bit. Of course, there's a lot of hype around the Star Wars sets that are releasing and also retiring soon. Some Harry Potter sets are retiring very soon as well as some bigger sets like some Lego City stuff as well, and the modular buildings. So today, I'm going to be going through 4 sets that I've picked up for myself that I believe are going to be good investments. So without further ado, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Now, set number 1 is going to be the 60386 Lego City recycling truck. Do not get this confused with the garbage truck. There is a garbage truck at the moment, I believe. This is completely different. And if you do a little bit of research, not very many recycling trucks have been released by Lego. Now, of course, there are a lot of unique pieces in this, including what's going on around the actual recycling truck itself. Of course, I haven't built it, leaving it in the box for an investment. Comes with 2 unique minifigures. These 2, I believe this one is one that's come out in another set. I'm not sure, I'll have to do some research on that. But if we look at the numbers and what's going on with this and why I think it's a good investment, in the past, we've had a few garbage trucks released from Lego. Now, the 60118 garbage truck was retailing for $30 back in 2016, now a value of $113, so that's 400%, no, my math's wrong, 270 or 280% growth in that short time. So it is only a few years and you're able to get a good return on investment. If we look at some other garbage trucks that have been released, there's not a massive selection of big ones like this. There is the 4432 that was released in 2012, which retailed for $28.79. Now has a value of $140 or just under $141. So that's a growth of almost 400%. Now, there are some other Technic garbage trucks which they sort of have their own investability and things like that. Technic sets are a little bit different. They can go either way. They're either more desirable or less desirable for collectors just because of the Technic pieces in there. I don't mind them. An investment is an investment. If I think a set looks cool, whether it's Technic or not, I think I'm gonna pick them up anyway. So at the moment, the electric garbage truck, the Mack LR, is for sale at the moment at retail for $60. Set 42167. Now, set 7599, the garbage truck Getaway, retailed for $100 back in 2010 and is now valued at $223. So a growth of over 100% on that set. Now, if you do some research with some recycling trucks on the Brick Economy website, Lego haven't released very many recycling trucks. So people who are going to have big Lego cities that have a lot of different collectible vehicles, they won't have a recycling truck to put in it. So for that reason, I feel like there is going to be quite a lot of demand around this vehicle, and they're pretty cheap. I picked mine up from Kmart a fair bit under retail price. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but go and check it out at Kmart or Target or something like that and get it cheap. It's cheaper than buying it off the Lego store. So go and check them out, and you might be able to pick yourself up a bargain. As I said, something different, a lot of collectability around it. People are going to want this. It's something different. So I believe it'll be a good investment. Let's go to number 2. So set number 2 is 60324. You might have heard about this one. There is a little bit of hype around this in the investing community. So it is the Lego City mobile crane. Now, there has been some other cranes released from Lego in the city sort of theme. Nothing like this though. All of the other ones you see are either really small, like really small sets, or they're Technic sets. So from the research that I've done and what I've found, they haven't released one sort of like this. It's something different. As I said, you may not have actually done a lot of research into it, just seen another crane, whatever. But as I said, people that are going to have big cities and a lot of modular buildings and things like that, similar to the recycling truck, it is something different, and a lot of collectors might want something like this in their city. And I think it just looks cool. I might actually build one. This box that I have has a little bit of damage there from shipping, which I'm quite upset about. But I might actually build one and have it for my own personal collection. I think it looks really cool. It's a simple build. This one comes with 2 unique minifigures, being the 2 workers that you can see there. So something a little bit different. And we'll go through what prices are looking like on this at the moment, as well as some other cranes that have been released. Okay, so back in 2012, there was the Lego Technic themed crane. It was called the tracked crane. retailing for $25. The value is now just under 100, so a growth of $290, which is excellent for a set that's only been retired 8 years and cost $25 at retail. There is another Technic, the mini mobile crane, which was 2011, retailing at $40, now valued at $150 or $152, so a growth of 280%. There is a rough terrain crane, but that's not quite like this one. That's sort of its own sort of genre of vehicles. There are some other bigger Technic sets. The other city crane that I was talking about is the XXL mobile crane, so quite similar to this. It's a little bit larger in the design, so the boom is bigger, the whole vehicle is a bit bigger. So back in 2005, that retailed for $100 and is now valued at $380, so a 280% growth on that set, which is very similar to this one, just this one is a little bit smaller. So very similar sets, and apart from that, we just have some other really small ones. So I believe, similar to the recycling truck, as I mentioned earlier, this is something a little bit different. It's quite cheap as well at retail. I think I got this one for $45 or something like that, of Australian dollars, of course. But it's something a little bit different, and similar to the recycling truck, as I said, people with big cities and collectors are going to want something like this. It's different. It's not your typical Lego like that every investor has, that people are just bidding for the lowest price. It's something a little bit different, and I feel like it can fit into a big city build quite nicely, especially with the new modular buildings coming out in, like, with the construction site and things like that. So I feel like it's going to fit in fairly well, and it's cheap as well. So go and pick one up if you haven't already. I bought 2 of them, I think, but this one's got a damaged box, as I said before, so I might build this one for my personal collection and look at getting some more to go in my shelf back there. So let's get on to set number 3. So set number 3 is a 42158 Technic Mars Rover. I think it's the Perseverance. Yeah, the Perseverance Rover. Now this is still at retail for another 12 months or possibly even 18 months. I was able to pick this one up fairly cheap, well below the retail price. The box is in pristine condition, so I was able to pick it up. I am looking to buy a couple more of these to add to the collection, but I feel like any of the space themed sets are going to do well. We've seen in the past investors have got a hold of some Saturn, the Saturn V rockets, the International Space Station, stuff like that has done really well for investments in the past. So I feel like something like this is going to be up there. As much as it is a Technic set, I feel like it really fits the bill for what you want a rover to look like. I do have an Apollo 11 lander back there, just at my finger you can see. Of course, the Apollo 11 lander is going to be a good investment, or I believe is going to be a good investment, but this is something a little bit different. And if you are building some sort of space station, or you're going with the space theme, this is going to fit the bill quite nicely. As I mentioned, it is a Technic set. It is controllable, so you can control it and drive it around on your phone. Of course, I'm not going to be doing that because I'm not going to build it, but as I said, it's something different. You may have looked at it and not really thought about it too much. If you have seen it in stores, if you can get it below MSRP, I think you should probably pick one up, or even a couple up, to go in your collection, because even if they don't sell well post-retirement, I feel like they're really cool to have and build. I feel like, yeah, it's going to be lots of fun. Something different. So definitely go and check this out if you haven't already. Do some research of your own, of course. As I said at the start of the video, this isn't financial advice. I'm not promising to make you money, but this is just what I've done in my own personal choices. This is what I've chosen, and I feel like it's going to go good. So on to the 4th set and the final set of the weird ones. This is going to be something quite different. So let's go and have a look at it. Okay, the 4th and final set is definitely the most different, and I feel like it's going to do quite well. 42148, the Technic Snow Groomer, I believe it's called. Yes, Snow Groomer. I found this on a rack in the store on a good discount. I think it was like 40% off. I think I picked it up for like $12 or something like that. They are retired, so I was actually quite surprised I was able to find one on the shelf. Now, of course, I'm not going to tell you to buy retired sets unless you can find them on the shelf, because if not, you'll be paying top dollar. So I wanted to sort of tell you about this set, but not only this set, but this kind of set in general. So Lego Technic, as well as the city stuff, have heaps of these little vehicles that are quite cheap, and similar to the other 2 or 3 that I've already shown, they're going to fit into a collector's build quite nicely. So if you have 2 or 3 of these Technic like Rovers or the snow groomers, or I believe there's a snowmobile as well, a little police car or something like that, I feel like they're going to fit in quite well. It's not like the collector's got to spend a heap of money on one set just to fill a void in his build, whereas something like this, it's cheap, it looks cool, and I feel like they're going to increase in value quite a lot. So at the moment, as I said, I picked this up for $12 I think, or something like that. At the moment they're valued around 18, so, and that's only just after retirement. So I'm not sure how I'm going to go having to ship something like this. Of course the cost of shipping is going to bite into your profits, of course, but I feel like it's something cool. Again, with the Perseverance Rover, if I don't sell these, I'll probably just build them. They look pretty cool, they're a good shelf filler. So yeah, something different. As I said, these kinds of sets, little ones that can fill out a build, even a build of your own, if you're looking to, if you've got all the main structure and you want to fill it out, get some more detail in there, stuff like this is going to be great. It's really cheap, readily available, and yeah, they look cool, they're great design. Okay, so that is going to do it for my 4 weird and wild investments that I have. I have a heap more sets coming in the mail. They're being shipped at the moment. Of course, being Christmas, New Year's, all the shipping in Australia has sort of slowed down because there's such a demand for parcels and packages going everywhere. But when they turn up, I will cover them. I'll make a video about that. If you guys want to see the rest of my investments and what I paid for them and where they're sitting at the moment, as well as my whole collection, it's quite small compared to other investors, but I have only started sort of 4 to 6 months ago. So I am building, I'm looking for more sets all the time. If you guys have some advice for me, let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, if you want to see the rest of my collection and what I've got going on, as well as what's coming in the mail, make sure you hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with all of the new notifications coming out. Make sure you hit the bell icon as well, so you get an email every time a new video comes out. And if you want to see some more gaming stuff, I've been covering some racing games as well as some farming simulator. Make sure you go and check out the rest of my channel. And yeah, before I leave real quick, I want to thank you guys. We almost have 900 subscribers. It's been growing rapidly. I didn't think I'd be at this point at this time. I have some goals in mind and I'm reaching them a lot quicker than what I thought. So I want to thank you guys so much for that. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button down below, hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with all of the new videos coming out. And yeah, make sure you leave a comment down below if you want to see the rest of my collection. Thanks guys, I'll see you later.